Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with the last topic of differentiation, that is higher order derivative. The concept is very simple. As you know, generally if the given function is differentiable, then we find its derivative. In some cases, the derivative of one function is a function only. In most of the cases, we get a function only. Suppose y is equals to sine x. What is its derivative? That is cos x. And what is cos x? So cos x is function only, and it is a differentiable function. The question is, can we differentiate it again? The answer is yes, we can differentiate it again. As per the requirement and as per the convenience, we can differentiate it repeatedly. We can differentiate it once, twice, thrice, and so on. Okay, now we will discuss the same by taking one simple example. I have one function, a power function. Suppose y is equals to x raised to 4. It's a power function. It's of x raised to n type. And can we find the derivative of this function? Yes, we can find. The process is very simple. We differentiate it with respect to x. So dy upon dx is equals to 4x cube. Is it right? The derivative of this function, of the given function y, we have taken kitna? We have written 4x cube. Now, what is 4x cube? What can we say about 4x cube? Is it a function? The answer is yes. Is it differentiable? Yes. Can we differentiate it again? The answer is yes. Now, let me tell you, this derivative is called as first order derivative. As we have differentiated, as we have derived the derivative of this power function once, so this is called as the first order derivative, and we write it as dy upon dx. Children, let me tell you one thing. We can also write it as y1 or else y dash. Dy by dx can be written as y dash. It means that y is equals to x raised to 4, then y dash is equals to 4x cube. Either y dash is equals to 4x cube, or else you can write it as dy by dx is equals to 4x cube. Now let us differentiate it again. Now the question arises, how to write the same symbolically? Okay, now as the derivative, first order derivative or the first derivative of y, we have denoted by y dash. Similarly, the second derivative we write as y double dash, because we are differentiating this term again one more time. So of course the derivative of y dash we'll write as y double dash, which is nothing but, that is, what is dy by dx ka derivative? How to write? We write it as d square y upon dx square. We are writing two different ways of writing the derivative at a time. So please don't get confused. Either you can use y dash or dy by dx, y double dash or d square y upon dx square, as per our convenience or requirement. Okay, now which is equals to, now can we find the derivative of this function? The answer is yes, of course. What is 4? It's constant, so let us keep it as it is, and let us write the derivative of x cube only. What is the derivative of x cube? It is 3x square. It is 3x square. Now, multiplication of these two, simplification of these two terms will give us y double dash, that is second order derivative. Now, what it is? 4 3s are 12x square is the second derivative of given function y. Y ka second order derivative is 12x square we have got. Similarly, can we differentiate it again? The answer is yes. That derivative will be called as third order derivative. How to write it? Y triple dash y dash 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 is equals to d cube y upon dx cube, which is equals to, keep 12 as it is, into, what is the derivative of x square? It is simply 2x, which is equals to 24x. That is third order derivative of this function is 24x. This is how we just keep on finding the derivative as per our requirement and as per our convenience. So y triple dash we have got 24x. Can we differentiate it again? Yes, let us differentiate it one more time. That is d raised to 4y upon dx raised to 4, which is equals to 24 into 1, that is 24. The fourth order derivative is 24. Obviously fifth order derivative आएगा 0, because we know the derivative of constant is always 0. और यहाँ पे fifth order derivative अगर 0 आ रहा है, it means that इसके आगे के जितने सारे derivatives आएंगे, of course वो क्या आएंगे, उनका value कितना आएगा, that is 0 only. Okay, now it means that we can differentiate a function once, twice, thrice, or many times as per the requirement, depending upon the nature of the function. Okay, all of you understood? Now let us see some more example based on the same. I have some nice examples to explain you the same. कि मतलब सेकंड ऑर्डर डेरिवेटिव, थर्ड ऑर्डर डेरिवेटिव के एग्जांपल्स कैसे होते हैं, कैसे डेरिवेटिव फाइंड आउट करना होता है, उसके लिए विल सी सम मोर एग्जांपल्स. As you can see on screen that see this particular example on screen. Find the second order derivative of the following, and you can see that you are just asked to find the second derivative of the function. Okay, you are asked to differentiate the function twice. That is first order derivative and second order derivative. And you can observe that there are 5 examples in front of us. So let us see one by one. The very first example is y is equals to x cube plus 7x square minus 2x minus 9. Differentiating with respect to x, we'll have to differentiate it once at first. So dy by dx is equals to, iska derivative kitna aayega? Let us see the third step directly, because all the terms are very simple. We can write their derivative directly. So 3x square plus 12x minus 2. The first order derivative, the dy by dx is 3x square plus 14x minus 2. So this is the first derivative of the function. So as per the question, we'll have to differentiate it one more time. So differentiating with respect to x we have. So of course at the left hand side, जैसे कि यहाँ पे you can see that in the first order derivative we have simply written dy by dx. So while evaluating its second derivative, we'll write at left as d square y upon dx square. Generally we denote the second order derivative as what? Y double dash or d square y upon dx square. As I told you before on board, that is we write it as y dash, y double dash, y triple dash. Okay, or else you can write it like this. So here we have written in the simpler form actually d square y upon dx square, which is equals to, now we'll find the derivative of right hand side. So 3x square का derivative कितना? It is 6x. What is the derivative of 14x? It is simply 14, and derivative as minus 2 is 0. Therefore, it is not written over here. It means that our correct and final answer is 6x plus 14. It means that for the given y, we have derived its second derivative as d square y upon dx square is equals to 6x plus 14. Okay, all of you understood? Now see the one more example. Let y is equals to x square into e raised to x. See the second example on screen. Y is equals to x square into e raised to x. Now let us differentiate it first. Differentiate with respect to x. You can observe that there is a multiplication of power function and exponential function. So of course we'll have to use the product rule. यहाँ पे हमें product rule apply करना पड़ेगा to find the first order derivative. Let us use the product rule. What the product rule is? That is, if y is equals to u into v, then its derivative is u into derivative of v plus v into derivative of u. Let us use the product rule to find the derivative of this function. So see the third step directly, because you know how to use the product rule. We'll write the answer directly. That is dy upon dx is equals to x square into e raised to x plus 2x into e raised to x. After using the product rule, we got this answer as x square into e raised to x plus 2x into e raised to x. You can see that e raised to x is there in both the term, so we can take it common. So we have taken it common here, that is e raised to x into x square plus 2x. This is all about the first derivative of the given function. The question is, can we differentiate it one more time? The answer is yes, we can differentiate it. Let us differentiate it one more time. Of course, again, while finding its second derivative, we'll use the product rule only. So d square y upon dx square is equals to e raised to x into derivative of x square plus 2x plus x square plus 2x into derivative of e raised to x. That is first into derivative of second plus second into derivative of first. After simplification, which is nothing but e raised to x into 2x plus 2 plus x square plus 2x into e raised to x only. Here also, in both the term, you can see that e raised to x is same. It is there in both the terms, so we can take it common. So the correct and the final answer is x square plus 4x plus 2 outside the bracket e raised to x. मतलब second derivative is कितना, x square plus 4x plus 2 into the outside the bracket e raised to x. Now see the third example. In third example also we can see that the two different functions are there, that is e raised to 2x and sine 3x. Now what is the speciality, or how come this function or this example is different from the second one? Because you can see that here both the function are composite function. E raised to 2x is composite function. Similarly, sine 3x is also composite function. Here we'll have to use the product rule only, but product rule for the composite function. So while finding their derivatives, that is derivative of first function as well as derivative of second function, I'll suggest you to be careful, because as they are composite function, as they are made up of two or more functions. Let us use the product rule. Dy upon dx, see the second step directly. Dy upon dx is equals to c e raised to 2x into cos 3x into 3 plus sin 3x into e raised to 2x into 2. Now here also you can observe that e raised to 2x, e raised to 2x is there in both the terms. Let us take e raised to 2x common. So what will remain inside the bracket, that is 3 cos 3x plus 2 sin 3x. We got the first order derivative. First derivative as dy by dx is equals to e raised to 2x into the bracket 3 cos 3x plus 2 sin 3x. The question is, can we differentiate it again? Yes, of course we can differentiate it again using the product rule only. So differentiating with respect to x, see the second step directly in the second differentiation. D square y upon dx square is equals to e raised to 2x into derivative of 3 cos 3x plus 2 sin 3x plus into the bracket 3 cos 3x plus 2 sin 3x into derivative of e raised to 2x. यहाँ पे we are using the product rule. Now after simplification, after finding the derivatives of these brackets, the first bracket and e raised to 2x, इन दोनों का derivative find out करने के बाद you can simplify it more, and I'll directly read the final answer as d square y upon dx square is equals to e raised to 2x into the bracket 12 cos 3x minus 5 sin 3x. So this is how we can find the derivative of the given function as per requirement and convenience. See the fourth example. Again, y is given to us, y is equals to x square into log x. We are asked to find its second derivative. So first derivative कितना आएगा, dy by dx is equals to x square. See the second step directly into derivative of log x plus log x into derivative of x square, which is nothing but dy by dx is equals to after simplification we will get x into the bracket 1 plus 2 log x. क्यों? Because log x का derivative आएगा 1 upon x, so x square upon x is simply x. Okay, so इसलिए हमारा dy by dx क्या आएगा, first derivative कितना आएगा, it is x into the bracket 1 plus 2 log x. Now can we differentiate it again? The answer is yes, we can differentiate it again. So d square y upon dx square is equals to x into derivative of 1 plus 2 log x plus 1 plus 2 log x into derivative of x. Here also we are using the product rule. After simplification, after evaluating the derivative of both the terms, that is 1 plus 2 log x and x, we got the more simplified term as x into 2 upon x plus 1 plus 2 log x into 1. It means that this x will get cancelled, and the correct and the final answer is d square y upon dx square is equals to 3 plus 2 log x. Okay, now I'll suggest you to see this example. This one is also very simple, the fifth example. Okay, it is like previous 4 examples only. Now we will see one more example, some interesting example of these topics. Now you can observe here ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equals to 0. Second degree homogeneous equation is given to us. And we are asked to show that its second derivative is 0. Okay, so you can observe that we can consider this equation, second degree homogeneous equation, as implicit function, because we can see x and y are together. It is which kind of function it is? It is implicit function only. So of course you can observe that, you can imagine that we can find its first derivative, but as well as the second derivative also. But our aim, our claim, our target is to show that its second derivative is 0. So cause of that only, cause of this condition, here we are asked to show that, यहाँ पे ना हमें शो करने के लिए कहा है, the second derivative, the second order derivative is 0. It is already given to us and we are asked to show this, we are asked to prove this. Now to prove this, we'll have to use a simple trick. Now what the simple trick is, we'll split the middle term of the given equation. We'll try to simplify this given equation, the given function, in a simpler form. Now how to simplify this? We'll split the middle term, because it is 2hx y over here. We can write it as hxy plus hxy. We'll split the middle term as hxy plus hxy. Now you can see that in the second step, ax square plus hxy plus hxy plus by square is equals to 0. Now observe the first two terms. There is x in both the terms. Take x common, so we'll get ax plus hy inside the bracket. And from the third and fourth term, we can take y common, so we'll get hx plus by inside the bracket, which is nothing but 0. Now the question is, can we shift this term to the right hand side? Yes, for our convenience we can shift. So this positive term will turn negative after shifting it to the right hand side. It means that what we got, y hx plus by, y into hx plus by is equals to minus x into the bracket ax plus hy. We are trying to get the value of y upon x. What for? That you will come to know afterwards. मतलब y upon x का value हम लोग क्यों find out कर रहे हैं, ये हमें कब use करना है, that you will come to know afterwards. But before that, please remember that we are interested in the value of y upon x. So at last, after simplification, we got y upon x as minus ax plus hy upon hx plus by. Call this as equation number 2. We have called the first or the given equation as 1, and the y upon x ka value we have got, we'll call it as equation number 2. Okay, now we will differentiate the equation number 1. It is very simple. ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equals to 0 का डेरिवेटिव हम लोग पहले फाइंड आउट करेंगे. To find its derivative, let us keep a as it is because it is constant. Simply find the derivative of x square plus 2h into derivative of xy plus b into derivative of y square. So a will remain as it is. X square का derivative is 2x. 2h will remain as it is. The derivative of xy is here in a square bracket. You can observe that we have used the product rule. We'll have to use product rule over here. That is x. It is a. Mistakenly, a is printed over there. Okay, please read it as or make a correction. It is x into dy by dx plus y into 1. That is first into derivative of second plus second into derivative of first plus keep b as it is. And what is the derivative of y square? It is 2y into dy upon dx. Now, among all the three terms, first term, second term, and the third term, we can take two common. Two common लेने के बाद we'll shift it to the right hand side, it will become 0. And among these two terms, we'll take dy by dx common. So hx plus by into dy by dx is equals to minus ax minus hy. मतलब dy by dx कॉमन लेने के बाद हमें ब्रैकेट के अंदर क्या मिला? hx plus by is equals to minus ax minus hy. Now, to find dy by dx, shift this bracket to the right hand side. So it will go in the denominator of right hand side. So at last we'll get dy by dx as minus ax plus hy upon hx plus by. लेकिन ये वैल्यू तो हम लोगों ने इसके पहले इवेल्युएट किए हैं. You can see in the previous slide. We have got the value kitna? Y upon x. So minus minus will become plus. So dy by dx we got kitna? Y upon x. The first order derivative is y upon x. Now, can we differentiate it again? The answer is yes. Let us differentiate it using the quotient rule, that is u upon v rule. So d square y, see the second last step directly. D square y upon dx square is equals to x into derivative of y minus y into derivative of x whole divided by x square, that is x. और यहां पे हम लोग क्या करेंगे? यहां पे ध्यान दीजिए अभी इन दिस स्टेप, ये जो dy by dx का वैल्यू है that will put y upon x, which we have derived in the previous slide. You have observed that. So we'll put dy by dx as y upon x. So this x will get cancelled and y minus y is kitna? 0. 0 upon x square is 0. It means that the second order derivative is the value of d square y upon dx square is 0. Okay, all of you understood? This example is very simple. It's been asked many times in the board paper. You can, if you refer the previous board question papers, you can see this example. Because not because this but maybe for 4 marks they generally ask this, but it is very interesting. You will find it many times. It has been asked many times in board question paper, in board exam. Now see, last example we'll see over here. If x is equals to sine t and y is equals to e raised to mt, then show that 1 minus x square into d square y upon dx square minus x into dy by dx minus m square y is equals to 0. We are asked to prove this and we are given x and the values of x and y. Now it means that we are given the parametric functions. And with the help of that, we are asked to prove something. We are asked to prove that is 1 minus x square into d square y upon dx square minus x times dy by dx minus m square y is equals to 0. We are asked to prove this with the help of given two equations which are in the form of x and y. Okay, so in the beginning, at first, we'll see what the x is. X is equals to sine t. It means that t is equals to sine inverse of x. Similarly, the value of y is equals to e raised to mt. So here we will put the value of t as sine inverse of x. Because in the previous step only, we have derived the value of t, and which is nothing but sine inverse of x. So you can observe that here we have got a new revised y as y is equals to e raised to m sine inverse of x. You can see that there is a combination now. X and y are together. Let us start differentiating this equation number 1, this function with respect to x. Okay, now see the second step directly, dy upon dx. Okay, see the first step first. dy by dx is equals to इसका डेरिवेटिव e raised to m sin inverse of x का डेरिवेटिव हमें फाइंड आउट करना है. The derivative of e raised to m sin inverse of x is equals to कितना आएगा उसका? e raised to m sin inverse of x into derivative of m sin inverse of x, जिसमें से m is constant, so we will keep it as it is and simply write the derivative of sin inverse of x. मतलब देखिए यहां पे क्या होगा, what will happen over here, that dy by dx is equals to m into e raised to m sine inverse of x divided by root 1 minus x square, because derivative of sine inverse of x कितना है 1 upon root 1 minus x square. Now dy by dx का वैल्यू तो हमें मिला है, but let us not go to find the derivative, second order derivative of the same, because we are asked to prove something, we are asked to prove something else. So before finding its second derivative, we will shift this root 1 minus x square, which is there at the denominator of right hand side, we'll shift it to the left hand side. So what will we get? Root 1 minus x square into dy by dx is equals to my. Now the question arises, from where this y came? यहाँ पे ना, for this e raised to m sine inverse of x, we have replaced this term by y. Can we write it like this? Yes, because we have in the first equation only we have got the value of y. We have got y is equals to e raised to m sine inverse of x. So let us replace this term by y. So can you observe that from cause of the first equation we got something like this, that is root 1 minus x square into dy by dx is equals to my. Now my aim or our aim is to remove this sign of square root. इसको remove करना है because it is not there. Root का sign is not there in the claim. So let us square the both the side so that it will be removed. So after squaring both the side, what will we get? We'll simply get inside the bracket, that is 1 minus x square dy by dx bracket square is equals to, at right hand side my is there na, so we'll get m square y square. Now a simplified term, a simplified function is there in front of us. Let us differentiate it once. Differentiating with respect to x, we have now यहाँ पे at the left hand side we'll have to use the product rule. 1 minus x square into derivative of dy by dx bracket square plus dy by dx bracket square into derivative of 1 minus x square. We have used product rule over here to differentiate the left hand side, and at the right hand side m square will remain as it is and we'll simply write the derivative of y square. The derivative of y square is 2y into dy by dx. We will write it in the next step. Okay, now let's see after simplification what will we get. 1 minus x square into 2 times dy by dx into d square y upon dx square plus dy by dx bracket square into minus 2x, which is equals to m square at the right hand side, m square into 2y dy by dx. Now there are some terms which are common in all the terms. 2 is there everywhere. Also dy by dx is there in all the three terms. 2 is there in all the three terms. Similarly dy by dx is there in all the three terms. So let us divide throughout by 2 times dy by dx. After dividing both the side, after dividing all the terms by 2 dy by dx, we will get 1 minus x square into d square y upon dx square minus x times dy by dx, which is equals to m square y. Let us shift this m square y to the left hand side so as to get the claim. जो claim हमें prove करने के लिए कहा है, we'll get it just by shifting this m square y to the left hand side. So at last we can write the correct answer as 1 minus x square into d square y upon dx square minus x times dy by dx minus m square y is equals to 0. Okay, so children, this was all about the second order derivative, or else you can say it as higher order derivative. If you refer the textbook, you can see that there is one more topic that in higher order derivative, that is we can differentiate it. We can find the third order derivative, fourth order derivative, and so on. But the next or the further syllabus or further topic is excluded from the syllabus. Therefore, till second order derivative only we'll study. We'll solve the example till I'll explain you everything. I'll give you the which part of the syllabus is deleted in the WhatsApp group by today itself. Okay, till then I'll suggest you to go through all the example based on the same topic. Till then, stay happy, stay home. Bye bye.